Hey everybody, it's Wootini from GayGamer.net here with another weekly podcast. I want to start by saying that now that I've had some time to think about the end of Mass Effect 3, I still don't really like it. Although a lot of people are complaining, I feel like the big complaint is just the fact that it's a terrible ending. Like, just as far as the choices you're given and how things work out, it's like, come on. You know, it's the end of the trilogy. Let's at least try to pretend like it's a happy ending. But like the three choices you're given are each bad. Like, there's no matter how hard you work, you can't get a good, perfect ending. And by perfect, I mean everyone gets to live, the world is saved, the universe is saved, and everybody is good. That's like not even an option. So it's kind of frustrating. But the main complaint does seem to be over the lack of follow-through on everything. I didn't have so much of a problem with, like, people were complaining about, like, oh, like, characters weren't where they were supposed to be, like, this person was supposed to be over here, and now suddenly they're over there. I didn't actually have that problem because the way that my story played out, characters in a shot at the end of the game, they were there. Like, that's where they should have been. Like, I didn't have any of that swapping around that some people did, but, I mean, everybody's Mass Effect game is going to be completely different, because you're going to, like, romance different people, you're going to take different people on missions, like, so if I had taken, like, 2 different people on a mission, it might have turned out differently, and then I would be sitting there going, wait, but what? But that didn't happen for me, so that didn't really bother me as much as, I guess, it bothered some other people. I am concerned about this DLC that's going to expand upon the ending. We'll see. I'm more than a little concerned that it's, you know, going to make it worse rather than better. Although, honestly, if all it does is, even if there's no actual gameplay and it's just, like, you download an extra cinematic that just shows you where everyone ends up, then I'd be perfectly happy with that. That's all I really want, really. I just want to know that 3 games worth of effort made a difference. Then I will now move on to my new game, which is Xenoblade Chronicles, which I only really just started. I mean, right from the start, it's very clear that this is an epic game. It is huge. It is a massive world. There is a lot to explore and do. I mean, I'm not even more than a couple hours in, and I mean, within 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, this is going to be kind of immense, and this is going to take me a long time to finish, if I ever do finish it. So far, my only problem is that the main story is really slow to get going. I mean, I'm hoping that it hasn't really gotten going yet, because I don't feel like there's much of a main storyline yet. Meanwhile, you're constantly encountering people who are giving you all these side quests, and with my personality, my video game OCD, it's like I'm very easily distracted by shiny new things. So you give me a side quest, I'm going to suddenly turn around and want to do that side quest, even if I'm on a side quest already. I'm very easily distracted. So this game could cause a serious problem for me, because it appears to be all about the distracting side quests. So I may never finish this game ever. It looks great, the graphics are good, I mean, you always have to add that it looks good for the Wii, you know, you kind of have to add that in. Because, I mean, this game would be amazeballs on, like, the PS3 or the 360. But it's a Wii game. But it looks very good, and there's nothing inherently wrong with it. I'm not crazy about the combat system, but, you know, I prefer the old-fashioned turn-based, you know, taking your turns and attacking the enemy, and I can even allow for, like, that active battle system where you know, you can't wait in between turns, you've got to just keep going, because it doesn't pause, the game doesn't wait for you to take a turn, so you just have to keep going and taking your turns as quickly as you can. This system is weird to me, because you basically lock onto an enemy, say, okay, I want to attack, and then you just move in and out and around. I mean, I'm strafing and stuff to, like, you know, get behind them to do special attacks and stuff, and then you kind of, you know, activate, like, special attacks. you basically just say attack, and then you just move in, and then try to step back, and I guess, and you strafe around to avoid their... But then your other people are doing the same thing, and it's like... It's kind of chaotic, and I'm not really getting a great sense that I am in that much control during a battle. I am using the classic controller, because I was told that... I'd heard that that was the better option. And thinking about the remote and the nunchuck combo, I can see where, combat might be a little bit easier with the remote, but it just feels more natural to be playing this game on the classic controller, like, a regular controller, not, the remote and stuff, because there is no motion control or anything to it, so, but yeah, it's a nice RPG, and we'll see how it goes. There's just a lot to it. I mean, there's the main story, there's the side quests, you've got to make friends with people, you have to develop relationships, it's a lot. So I can see why people got, like, completely engrossed in it, because there's a lot to deal with. And then there's another new game that I played this week, which is The Walking Dead, which is a new adventure game that's coming out in 5 monthly installments from Telltale Games, and the first installment just came out for PC, Xbox 360, and PS3, and it's really good. I don't want to talk about it too much here, because I'm going to do an actual review for the site, so you can check out GayGamer.net and read my entire full-on review of it, but suffice it to say, it's really good. It's good in the way that the comics are good, and it doesn't suck in the way that the TV show sucks. Because the TV show has a lot of problems. And somehow this game, in one episode, just a few hours, I guess, managed to be, like, more interesting than the TV series, unfortunately. So what does that tell you? That's sad. But it means that the game is really good, and if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, comic book or TV show, you should be playing this game, because it's really good like the comic. So if you like the comic and you're disappointed by the TV show, the game is good, because it's more like the comic and it's really good. And if you like the TV show, then you'll really like the game, because it's even better than the TV show. And there's a lot of multiple choice pathways, which is good, because there's 3 game slots, so I'm probably going to start another game and make different decisions. I'll just make the opposite decisions of what I made and create an alternate reality, and then decide which one I want to bring into the second chapter. Although I think I'll bring the first one through, because those are the choices that I made, so those are the ones I feel like I should stick with, because there are some serious choices that you have to make, life or death choices, and some of them get ugly. But The Walking Dead, highly recommended. Check out my review on GayGamer.net. And that's it for the gaming this week, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye!